Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the ASI part number 0263-1. This is a single roll toilet tissue dispenser with controlled delivery is what it is. This is exactly that, a single roll toilet tissue dispenser. I'm quite sure that this is cast aluminum. It is controlled delivery, I said just now. It will not make a full revolution, which admittedly can be quite aggravating for most, if not all, users. But you would use controlled delivery when you don't want the roll to just freewheel. Okay, so be mindful of that. I've had people that have said, why doesn't this work right? Well, no, it does. It's just controlled delivery. I'll show you where the non-controlled delivery version is as well. I've even had people get in there and, alter the mechanism so that it will just roll. So be mindful of that. That's what you're dealing with this item. So not much to go on in terms of documentation from the manufacturer, but we'll show you the supporting documentation that does exist. A couple of simple dimensional properties. Overall width, about 6 5/8. Overall height, about 1 3/4 inches. Projection when it's not loaded, obviously, is about 4 1/4 or so. Removal of the spindle is by pulling this stem back on that spring-loaded pin. That will allow you to be able to take your spindle out. This is the stud that controls delivery, and this is the shoulder on the plastic spindle that prevents it from freewheeling. And putting it back in is just simply a matter of getting that stud where it belongs and then pulling that pin back to get it set. Then you're in good shape. So let's switch to the screen view where we can take a look at the supporting documentation. Okay, so here is indeed the item that we are looking at. So first things, there is a link to the replacement spindle that's here, the R-002. Okay. If you needed additional spindles, and admittedly we sell far more spindles than we do toilet paper dispensers. Toilet paper dispensers are generally screwed to the wall or partitioned, etc. The spindles can come loose and get accidentally thrown out. Now here's the cut sheet that's here, and let's take a look at that document. And recalling our dimensions, we are somewhat in that range. 6 1/2. Yeah, that's the actual. This actual unit's a little bit wider than what they show there. Specification: surface mount single roll toilet tissue dispenser with controlled delivery shall hold and dispense one standard core, up to 6 inch in diameter, die cast aluminum with a silver matte gray finish. The no waste rocking action spindle shall be fabricated of impact resistant ABS thermoplastic and be theft resistant with a concealed release, which means you have to exhaust all the paper and then remove the core to get access to the release pin with spring lock. Unit is surface mounted on wall or partition. To be compliant with ADA requirements, you need to be at between 44 and 19-inch center line from the finished floor. So be mindful. From 19 up to 44 would be considered compliant. Spindle revolves 1/2 rotation. It goes more than a half revolution. It does go more than a revolution. It goes about, 80% of a revolution. Roll core prevents access to release pin and cannot be removed until the paper is exhausted. Okay. Now, the 0263-1A is the free rolling spindle. So let's take a look at that. And there it is. This is the non-controlled delivery, the 1A that we're dealing with. Roll core spindle revolve freely is what they've got there. So let's hop back to our original item. Now, from there, we can move to the manufacturer's page in the site, which is here. And that's an important link to get to because it will allow us to go to the product catalog, where we can then type in 0263-1. And we're going to certainly get to the section where we can find this item and all of its sister products. Okay, so in this section, we're under toilet tissue dispensers, where you'll be able to review those items that are obviously directly related to it. This surface-mounted toilet tissue dispenser here, very typical and common, very inexpensive naturally. Okay, more robust units that are double roll, which are here, which would be the 0030. That's a very common double roll unit. Then you have the jumbo roll, not very common, but you certainly do see those. The 0040 would be the common unit that we see. The rest of the catalog, of course, will allow you to review all of those items from ASI, and their, of course, index up in the front would be the helpful way to be able to review those available items, which is here. Hand dryers, soap, dispensers, mirrors, etc., etc. Now, also on that manufacturer's page, you can see all of the ASI products that we sell, and also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as some encyclopedic documents. There is an ASI Bobrick conversion chart, which is awfully handy if you want to convert your Bobrick items to ASI, which we endorse. You would use this chart. We'd be happy to help you if you are finding trouble being able to convert those. ADA standards for accessible design. That's a very important document because it will, when you're dealing with commercial restroom equipment, we're obviously governed by federal law when it comes to ADA compliance and installing material in a compliant location. So if I were to do a find function for the term grab bar, I would be able to get through the document and find all of the instances where they refer to grab bars. And what's really important about that is your question might be, well, how high do I mount it off of the floor? And you'll certainly find as you scroll through the document when you're in the general section that you will get all of the answers necessary for those types of applications. So very handy document. There's no reason to guess where the material is to be installed. It will be all listed obviously within this document. And they do kind of hide that location a little bit. Position of grab bars, just because I've looked it up so often. Grab bars shall be installed in a horizontal position 33 to 36 min to max above the finished floor, measured to the top of the gripping surface. It's set at, etc., etc., so you want to be sure to read that. This document goes well beyond, of course, commercial restroom equipment. Let's talk about thresholds as well and so many other items important to ensure accessibility. Okay, so a very handy document to have. Let's wrap up this video on camera. Okay, in conclusion, a very nice quality item, even though there's nothing really special to it at all. It's important to note that fasteners are not included. A couple of slotted holes back here for you to provide some sort of anchoring device slotted so that you can adjust that ever so slightly laterally to get it installed. The name ASI is synonymous with very good quality commercial restroom equipment. They are generally a no-nonsense sort of company. You send them a PO, they ship you material. It's usually quite that simple. If you have any questions on the ASI, this is their part number 0263-1, single roll controlled delivery toilet tissue dispenser or any other ASI product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.